The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tom O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow up 198, Nasdaq's up 51, S&Ps are up 26. And you get a market up like that, and Amazon still down $50. It was down $95 last night.
Yeah, what was the earnings per share miss? Estimated like 150 something, and they came in at only $1.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
revenue was close, right?
Revenue was close.
But earnings per share wise, that was the first number I saw, and my eyes opened up for sure.
Yeah.
And that's quite a miss on that bottom line.
What's amazing, what Bezos can do and does, he decides when he's going to put money in the bottom line or not, because he spends so much money on warehouses.
Profit is not a big factor, it seems, or at least that's what he leads you to believe, but that's been the mantra for a while.
It's been the mantra. So right now, that's down $59. We're at 570. It's been as low as, it's at 576.
Yes.
So you're coming down with volume. It's going to be intriguing. This was down $95 last night. And what does happen with Amazon, though, is that I've seen it pre-market, after earnings, many times it can be up, and then the next day it's down. But more so, I've seen it down, and then it goes up, which is just a mind blower. You know.
Are you saying you think Amazon could, or just saying?
No, I'm just saying. No, I don't think. I don't think it's going to today. But that's how Amazon likes to trade. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, this is a market for it. It's like, just come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top, on the side. You can hit the banner, bring up the Nadex platform. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. You'll be able to see how these contracts trade. And if whether you're looking at the oil contract, whether you look at the gold contract, whether you're looking at the NDX, the yen. So last night, you talk about volatility.
I saw that in your newsletter this morning.
Right. So the Bank of Japan last night, folks, went negative. And specifically what that means is that all banks end up putting money in their central banks overnight.
Yes.
Excess reserves.
Exactly.
Right? Well, the excess reserves that were in that bank, they decided that the banks are going to have to pay them versus the Fed.
The central bank is going to charge a negative interest rate.
Right.
So for all those banks in Japan, they're going to have to pay for the money they keep. So as you explained it well in your newsletter, it's like, so that's supposed to incentivize, don't keep money laying around. Use it. Make sure it's used, because if you have money at the end of the night remaining on your balance sheet, you're going to have to pay basically a tax.
You're paying a tax.
Yeah.
So they want to push it out.
Yeah.
Now, it's going to get intriguing.
I'm guessing around this time was when that announcement got made?
Yeah, that's the yen.
This is the yen US dollar. US dollar yen, yeah.
Yep, that went from 118 to 121.
Yeah.
And so that's weaker now, of course.
Yes.
And, that put volatility into everything. The S&Ps initially went down about 10 or 12 points and then came right back.
Okay.
Our S&Ps last night.
We'll pull that up as well.
Yeah, when this happened.
The S&Ps?
Yes.
Sure.
And so what's going to get intriguing, of course, that's what sent. What I kind of couldn't understand when that was happening, asking why our bonds went up so dramatically. See it? Let's see.
I pulled it back too far. So. It was right here.
Yes.
I think.
Right. Look at how fast it come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2,200 hours, right? Yeah, exactly. Yep. So huge volatility in the marketplace, pushing everything around. Now, if we come over to our own markets, let's take a look at right now where we stand. So we have the Dow up 1.3%, S&P's 1, NASDAQ 1.9, inside the NDX 100. Now, this is what's always intriguing. So inside the NDX 100 right now, you're up $45. Seagate is up 11%.
Yeah, 12%.
$3.15. Western Digital is up 11%. There must be a takeover, so we got to look at that.
Yeah,
that's insane. Up $5. Micron Tech's up 6.
Or just earnings. I mean, crushed.
Yeah.
I mean,
because we had
yesterday was the biggest day out there. So
right, huge
for earnings releases. I'm saying,
I know.
They could both. Yeah.
Micron up 6% and Skyworks up 3.9%. Now, what's interesting is that Skyworks is a big Apple supplier. Taken away from it, Amazon is the culprit. That's down 8.5%. Electronics Arts off 6.5%. Gilead is down 3.5%, and what's that? Monster Beverage down 2.8%. Inside the Dow Industrials, we take a look at the Dow Industrials. What do we have in the Dow? The leader, Microsoft. That's the big one. That's up 5%. Microsoft's up.
Huge numbers, right?
That's huge because there are so many shares outstanding.
Right.
Visa's number 2, that's up 3%. Goldman's up 2%. Apple is up 2%. The only negative out here, we have Chevron down 73 cents and DuPont is off 37.
How about some of that action in oil yesterday, huh?
Yeah, big action.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at that. So CLH, I think we're on H. Let's see. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Yeah, this real action. We got a bounce. That's a good bounce, too. 877-927-6648. Dow right now is up 206. Nasdaq's up 51. S&Ps are up 27. And yeah, my bear suit, hey, come out of the cleaners just for today because I like it up 200. Like,
now you want a short right now?
Yeah. We'll be right back, folks.
Yeah.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. So we get the Dow up 215, Nasdaq up 58, S&P's up 29, and then we had been talking about the Bank of Japan and negative rates. The day that our Fed came out, you talk about volatility in the marketplace, and one of the tigers that just sent the den, they wonder, did our Fed know what the Bank of Japan was going to do?
And they were saying that the guy over there in Japan was out just last week saying that they weren't going to do negative rates. So that's quite a surprise.
Man, that's just like what they did when Switzerland took everyone to the cleaners.
He was just saying it. It was a great quote. We'll pull it up.
That's when, man, that's a trip.
Yeah, but if nobody expected negative rates out of the Bank of Japan last night, there's a good reason that Kuroda himself said on record he had no plan to adopt negative rates now last week.
Wow.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
So that's a good tie-in, right? I was saying to you, so I wrote something else for binaryoptions.nadex. Now, that's a site that you can go to anytime, and even just, I'll pull it up as a real quick, but we have the link under our breaking news.
Okay.
But there's a bunch of guys, and you've had some of the guys on here as well, who write things on here just for trading ideas, really. It's not even recommendations. It's just showing you kind of what happens, what's possible. Take a look at this, see how it works.
Right.
So Trading the Fed Wednesdays, defined risk binary options. Now, going back to TFNN, this is right under breaking news, Trading the Fed with binary options.
Okay.
So the whole point of this really is we were watching the market, of course, at 2 o'clock, and just looking at how fast the moves really are. And so here's a 5-minute chart of the
NQs, right?
Yeah, the Nasdaq 100, and this is 2 minutes before they announced. This is 1:58 p.m. On Wednesday.
Right.
So you can see the binary options available. You can see where it's trading at, and then the real point is this is on a minute chart, only 15 minutes later. So what was amazing was, this is 2 o'clock right here. This is small. Now, each bar is only a minute, okay? Because on a 5-minute chart, what I noticed was that you couldn't even see how quickly you might have gotten stopped out, because the bar looked okay, but you didn't realize that it went all the way down to the bottom of this bar, then all the way to the top. I mean, it was just some huge 5-point bar, and you couldn't really tell what was going on in the middle of that bar.
Right. And if you're in your car right now, folks, we're looking at the minute chart, and there's 2 bars that we're looking at that are extraordinary. Each one of those bars are 20 points.
About almost 24 points, which is 0.5%, 0.5% in the index. You know, you're talking about 4,200 at the Nasdaq 100, and you're moving 24 points. I mean, that's over 0.5% in the span of 60 seconds. So the rate, the announcement...
just so you know, folks, that's $480. It's $20 per contract.
If you're trading the futures.
If you're trading the futures, okay? So it's $480 per bar.
Right. You would be each contract, too, which is, and so, if you're trading multiple contracts, you're talking about 1,000.
So it wouldn't matter with your long or short there, more than likely would have got stopped.
One way or the other. And so that's what I kind of talk about, of the defined risk not getting stopped out, because at 2:02, the market goes from 42.04 all the way down to 41.80.
Yeah.
And then in the next 60 seconds, it comes all the way back.
Right.
And so even if you were short, if you had the bias correctly,
you would have brought... You would have made money.
Let's hope so.
You should be out of that. You should bring your stop down.
Even if you say to yourself, as you're up all that money, that there's no way I'm going to let this go back in the negative.
Right.
As it comes back here, hopefully you close it out. I don't know. People have different trading plans, but that's a feasible trading plan.
Sure.
And then you just would have missed this whole point down, this whole move. And in the next, and this is only, again, it looks long, this is only in the next 10 minutes after 2:04, it proceeds to dump a whole percent in the next 10 minutes, which you probably wouldn't have been in. And then it goes further in the day, Wednesday, as most people know.
Amazing.
So, this is the point we say, download the demo, go there, try it.
Right.
And this is just what I talked about today. It's the whole point of just illustrating what happens in those situations so that you can understand what kind of moves you can expect, and so that you can take a look at the binary pricing on the right, too. Because, there's huge volatility priced into these binary options.
Right.
So that doesn't necessarily mean that you want to be buying or selling out of the money, because you're going to be paying a lot of premium on each side for those moves. Well, and then you can see where the premium rests 15 minutes later, which is cool.
The thing that was crazy is that I happened to see this when Tommy was doing it, folks, right? And you know, the first couple minutes, I says, oh, you know, he was saying that, oh, that premium's really big. And then, guess what? 2 seconds later, they were in the money. It's like, yeah, it was big, but it was big for a reason.
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean?
No, for
because
sure.
It was like, oh, my God. You know, once it went, man.
I mean, you can see we're at 41.56 here on the top bar, and the market's hovering right around 78 almost.
Right.
And then that comes back to almost hovering around 50, you know, which is a huge move in terms of,
That was 6 minutes.
If you're selling it, you're putting up like 20, 22 maybe for 4 to 1, and the market continued a lot lower. I was just illustrating really how quick. This is only 15-minute difference, you know, from start to finish. This chart right here is only 2:13 in the afternoon Wednesday. So there was a lot of action, and it went a lot lower right initially too.
And you know, in that same context, last night. Now this is what's pretty cool. Last night, how Amazon come out with numbers, right? At 4 o'clock, the NDX was up, I forgot how many points, okay? But as soon as Amazon come out, the NDX lost 20 points.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
So what happened, which is pretty cool, is that if you had the 415s, you were there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what the difference is, folks. If you know when numbers are coming out, you don't want to go with the 4 o'clock. Well, it's not that you don't want to go.
It's around earnings season.
Right.
It is... It's very cool how these contracts stay active till 4:15 when so many people announce, so many companies announce within those 15 minutes.
Exactly.
It is a cool element of it. I was just trying to see if I could go all the way back. Yeah, this is probably the bar right here, maybe.
From yesterday?
Was that it? No, that's later. Okay. Oh, maybe it's right here. That's where it is. There you go. There's 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see the spike down either way.
Oh, it went.
Oh, that's the S&P. That's the problem.
Okay, yeah, let's put it up because when you see it, it's intense, man.
So Nasdaq 100, right?
Yes, Nasdaq 100. Yeah.
So as we play with this stuff, we always say it, but people go download the demo, pull up these charts themselves, you know?
Right.
And just see how this pricing is.
There it is, right there.
Yes. Yep. You saw it.
When you see this move, folks,
right here.
It's
This is yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the key is of, you know, knowing on a big day, whether it's a Facebook, whether it's an Amazon.
Yeah. The high of the bar, this is a 5-minute bar, the 4 o'clock bar, the high of the bar is almost 41.80, and the low is 41.35.
Right.
It's a % drop.
Huge.
Yeah.
No, and it went in 2 seconds.
In the same way of almost what I was illustrating, check this out. I mean, the next bar gets it all the way back up. The next bar is 24 points itself.
Oh, listen, I know because I think the 40
it drops a %. It goes back up a 0.5%.
The contract that you'd want, I had the 80s to the 60s, I believe. Okay. And it was like I started popping it. It says, don't pop over this other thing.
Yeah.
You know, but that's there was a couple good contracts there that if it hit. And it hit.
And what's so interesting, I mean, look from there. We're at 41.80. We're down to 41.30. We're back up to, what's our high? Almost 42.30?
Yeah.
42.29. 100 points.
I know.
Pretty cool.
Sell it for the next couple hours, folks. We're going to be coming right back. You stay right there. We're coming right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 186. Nasdaq's up 44. S&Ps are up 24. And if we go over and we take a look at these NQs, I think you can look at the whole market. See, the volatility is not going to end in the marketplace. So I expect at the end of the day that we're still going to be up. But I also expect that intraday out here, particularly on a Friday, by the way, folks, that you're going to see we're still in a range. You know, if you take a look at, we have the NQs up on a 4-day basis, and I'll show you, and we'll bring up the platform, so I'll show you why I sold this thing. What we did when we're spiking up here this morning, the range has been huge, okay?
Yes.
And what has happened is that if you trade both sides, you don't have to get the bottoms and the tops, but you can get pretty close to them because the range is so big. Well, when we spiked up this morning, we were going right into the downdraft that occurred, which you just brought up on Wednesday.
Yes.
Now that downdraft had 26,000 contracts, and at the top of that downdraft was 4209. Now we got over it, but watch how we got over it. Okay, so and that's not the high, by the way. So because what I was looking at is okay, you can get over that level, but the high of the last 5 days is actually 4244.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is Tuesday.
Which
right?
is Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring this closer so you can see how we come up here. So what we did, your first expansion up, we're dealing with 4209. That was the number, I believe.
Yes.
So 4202 had some good volume, but it still didn't have, that's 15,000, right?
Yeah.
The next bar got us 14,000, and then the volume died.
Yeah.
Okay. So now the kicker is, okay, so what the risk is that, you only come back to the 4,200. If that's all we can do, that's saying that, okay, guess what? As we come into the close, this thing will really roar.
Higher. Sure.
Yeah. So what I'm going to be looking for is that I'm going to be looking for you back down at the 4,200, and we'll see whether they get volume or not. And, you know, one of the targets saying, I'm looking for 8 or 9 S&P points, but I'm looking for about 20 NQ points.
Sure, about 0.5%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, intraday.
No, those.
I'm not going home shot, I can tell you that, folks, okay? Because this market wants to do this B to C in the way up. That's how I'm looking at it. Do you know what I mean?
There's no problem with that, you know, cutting your exposure on a Friday right now.
Yeah. It doesn't, you know, if you've learned anything in the last few days, somehow, some way, this market wants to make a bounce.
Yes.
Which is so bizarre.
Definitely.
It's particularly bizarre, which is really cool today, that you can have Amazon down that much, and yet the Nasdaq's still up.
Yes.
Right?
Big time.
You know? Let's go see what the IBB's doing. And look at the IBB still dead in the water, man. That's pretty intense. You know? That's a big number.
Oh, of course. It's been a big pullback.
Oh, huge. Absolutely huge. You know? Gold is hanging tough. This is nice for gold market, man. You know, the gold is flat out here, and that's pretty incredible for the dollar being up 1,100 ticks.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah. The bond,
silver is pretty flat too.
Silver's the one that needs that, you know, to catch the bid. Yeah, it does. It just silver for some reason. Well, and not for some reason. There's no buyers. There's not enough buyers.
Right. That's right.
That's what it comes down to. Bonds. Now, check this one out. This is, you know, my take was that bonds topped. Well, guess what? They didn't.
It's quite a day.
It's a huge day. And we'll see if they can stay up here. You know, when I did the update, the 10 o'clock update, they weren't holding price.
Can you pull up the rates for the?
Yeah. You talk about rates. Go refinance right now. 1.933. So, buying a house. You want to hear something funny? This is funny. I got one closing today, and I put another house. I put one up last night, and I got 3 calls already this morning. Right?
Great time to be buying with rates.
Great, and it's the rates. And what happened is that it happened so quick. When I was in here early, but I'm getting calls, and I realized that it just went live last night.
Okay.
It's like,
yeah.
But that totally makes sense, because the reality, even when I woke up this morning, I was thinking that, hey, maybe I should go see what the rate would be.
For yourself?
Yeah.
To refinance?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. Probably.
You know?
You probably should.
And I'm at a good rate, but I bet it's going to be. I'm at 3.75 right now, but it's probably less than 3.75.
There's no risk in finding out for people.
Exactly.
Same deal.
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
There isn't. You know. We'll take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here. So let's see. Microsoft's the big animal out here. Facebook is up $2. Facebook's an animal. My God.
They are.
Amazon down $56. That had to shock people. You know what's amazing about that $56 move is that whether you were a bull, no, you could have been a bear last night, folks, and you wouldn't have made money in the option market. Because I looked at the option pricing.
The implied volatility?
Yeah, it had to go, well, I didn't look at the implied volatility. What I did is this.
It was in there,
It was probably
obviously,
it was in there,
yeah.
right? That the options were costing you $50 to $60 to go down $50 or $60.
Sure.
So you needed, and so you got a $100 move, but that was when the option market wasn't opened.
Okay.
And that's a killer when that happens, you know.
That is.
What I saw happen, I'll never forget this either. I saw this happen. Now this, I don't believe this happens as much anymore. When Dell come out with numbers, this was in like 94 or 95. The rule at that point in the option market, the options didn't have to open at 9:30. They could open, and I don't know if that's still the rule or not. They could open when the market was even, which is 10, 20
They were afforded
minutes.
that buffer, sure.
Right. And what ended up happening is that the amount of money that would have been made on the upside was incredible, right? And by the time that the market opened, it was flat. Yeah. It was like I was pulling my hair out.
Yeah.
Because it was just, I couldn't believe, you know.
Sure.
And that's where, folks, that's where swim lessons come in. We didn't have swim lessons in 1994. That's where, in fact, in 1994, this is what's true. In 1994, JJ, Kevin Hinks, and Sosnoff and all these guys were in the pits.
Sure, right.
Definitely. That's, so if you like options, check it out every noontime.
Today at noon, I'm sure they're going to be talking about Amazon.
Yeah, big time.
For sure.
Big time. You gotta love it.
Let's talk about, speaking of golds.
Yeah.
Coming up on Tuesday, right?
Oh, yes.
Your workshop.
That's, okay, so if you're subscribing to the Gold Report, folks, you will be in the workshop. What the workshop's going to be all about is that how currency rates impact gold companies. Now, what's incredible here, this is, what's so really cool about this, is that this was cool when we put it together, meaning that the rand, the peso in Mexico, the Canadian dollar. Now you're dealing with the Japanese dollar. Okay?
Yes.
Not that there's mines there, but this is a big deal. Okay?
There's a lot of currency fluctuations right now.
Huge. You can come over, you can test drive the Gold Report, 30 days, absolutely free.
And I brought it up right now because there's a new issue on Monday. So now's the perfect time. You get Monday's new issue delivered, and then you go Tuesday.
Right.
So check it out, for sure.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. And we were just talking about the webinar, folks. You can go under breaking news. I did a white paper. It's a couple pages long, but you'll get quite a bit out of just what type of impact currency rates have on companies.
Yeah, you got it right on the top there, and you break down, the rand, and then you do a great breakdown of their debt situations as well.
The debt situation is absolutely huge. You would absolutely we'd all love having the aspect that you have a huge amount of debt, your currency gets croaked, but where you're making money in a strong currency.
Yeah, I mean, to put it, let's just say your paycheck goes up 20% and your credit card bill gets slashed 30%.
Right.
In that same instance.
Yes.
Right.
How crazy is that?
You get a pay boost, and your credit's like, your creditors are like, just give me 70 cents on the dollar.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's great, because I just got a raise.
Huge. So let's go over and take a look at the rand dollar right now and see where we're at. So right now you're at 15.5, 15.9.
That's just, yeah.
Yeah. So listen, folks, if you're doing that safari and look at so in this is South Africa. In South Africa, Harmony's pulled back 233 rand.
And what's probably happening is it's probably just all margins for Harmony right now when it's at that level. So when it does pull back, it's substantial because it takes it right off the top.
Right.
That's all gravy if it can just stay up there for sure.
And Harmony pulled back 12 cents in the U.S.
So it's at a critical level where moves are going to matter right now because it's all gravy.
It's going to matter in a big way.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge way. And don't forget, folks, Everbank. So Everbank has foreign currency accounts.
Yes.
You can open one. Their number is 855-750-4051. And as I, was joking.
Not really, but yeah.
There's two different ways of looking at this. You could open the account, whatever country you're going to go to.
So you put $5 grand, 10 grand, whatever you
put it in that country.
Right.
If you don't make it this summer, well, guess what? If the currency goes down, bottom goes up, then you made money that way too.
You have a couple choices.
You
right?
do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
I like that trade.
No,
man.
it is. If anybody's planning a trip overseas, it would make sense for sure. Especially if you're in a currency that has that type of volatility.
Right. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Good over when we take a look at the gold is trying to catch a bid here, which is going to be just absolutely phenomenal when the dollar is up 1,100 ticks. We've got down to 1108. We're at 1116 right now, and inside the Nadex platform, folks, as you bring it up, I'd encourage you as you're test driving this, trade the gold contract, trade the oil contract. The indices, I think a lot of people understand the indices more than the gold and the oil, but the defined risk inside the gold and the oil seem to be better. For me, they seem to be better.
Yeah, and there's, the premium's going to be priced differently, so that's where you really want to pull it up, get acclimated, because, a 10% move in oil right now is like a daily occurrence. I mean, it is. That's only a $3 move. Yesterday it was up $3, down $2.
Right.
10% up, 8% down.
Right.
That would be like a 100-point move in gold. Just so there's massive different pricing. So that's where you just want to get used to, and what every tick means, which is different as you get into gold, as you get into oil.
Right.
So get in there, try it out, get used to it, for sure. Yeah.
And it seems that there's 35 cents. I like, whether it's 35 cents in oil, that's nothing these days. No. Meaning, what I mean by 35 cents is that you're going to give up, it seems like 35 to about 55 cents, depending on what time you get in the contract.
You're being very general with that. There's a million different spreads, a million different binaries. You're not just going to randomly give up 35 cents on the average. That's a very general statement.
Yeah.
It is.
No,
that's probably the trades you're looking at, because what you're doing is you're setting up like risking one to make two, so you're paying. To pay more. So you're going to be paying a piece of premium, but it matters. Paying 35 cents. How big's your spread? There's a variety.
There is.
There is.
What's cool about the oil, folks? This is pretty sick. The oil has a $5 contract.
Yeah, and those moves are actually happening on a daily basis.
Man.
And that's what I would say. If you're going to be paying premiums, this is a perfect example. If you're paying premium in a $5 spread, right?
You're
paying for the opportunity to make that money to benefit off of that option. That's what you're paying that premium for. So make sure if you're paying that premium, you think those moves are at least possible. Or you know, if you're going to trade out quickly, that premium will still be there. But if you're going to hold it until expiration and you're paying premium, you're paying a small fee for that option. So make sure if you're buying a $5 that maybe you're factoring in, you're paying for that profitability.
Yeah.
But right now they're happening, exactly.
Amazing.
It is. I don't think we'll see oil moving 10% on a daily basis forever. That just seems
no doubt.
Like
we're not.
A very volatile market right now.
You got it going now, though. There's no doubt.
Yes, and not anytime soon. But this 10% on a daily basis is a surreal number when you think about it percentage-wise.
All those countries, I'm sure over the weekend they're going to be scratching their head to say, okay, how can we just get it up another 10%? You know,
right? I know.
Because that's
massive.
You know. I mean,
especially same thing we were just talking about the currencies. There are some critical levels where if it goes down 10%, you're talking about huge problems. If it goes up 10%, okay, now we have actual survival with profitability. So it's at a big level.
It is. Let's go and take a look at the NQs right now. So what I like about the NQs is this, folks, meaning just being on the short side right now, is let me just see. When you there's enough, to me, there's enough ABC structures that are down in the marketplace that intraday on a Friday you can get some action. Now, I'm going to need a lot more volume because, you know, we just came down from 42.29 and we got into 42.08, but that's not enough volume, and that's where that number comes over there. That 4,200 is a big one. If we're not below 4,200, like in like 130, then I'd say I'd close that position. I will close that position.
There's a lot possible at the end of a Friday.
Oh, yeah. Because if you stay up there, there's going to be more confidence at the end of it. That's okay. We've come down enough. The volatility is there. I'm going for this bounce.
Yes, definitely.
I'm going for this bounce. And what has happened is that the correlation, and it is a mind blower how this works, is that the correlation, the amount of short positions in the marketplace has gone up extraordinarily, and the most in like 6 years.
Okay.
And the thing that's a mind blower that always blows my mind is that, unfortunately, people that don't go short the market end up going short the market like after it's already down so much. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
That's how it always is.
Yes.
You know, it's life in the city.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, you know what I saw? SWFT. You talk about at the next break. Do we get an?
We do. We have a break.
There's a great story today. There's a great story, folks, either in the Journal or I think it's in the Journal, and it's Swift Transportation, right?
Okay.
So if you want to see just how this can be a very fixed game, folks, you want to read this story. We'll pull it up. We'll talk about it as soon as we come back. That's fine.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. This article, it's in the Journal. You can pull it up. It's about Swift Transportation and their CEO.
Yes.
So the article, the thing that, when I said that, it can be a fixed game, this here, folks, you never want to own a stock like this. Because you'll see when you walk through it, it's a fixed game. The CEO, he started the company first off, right? Has a huge amount of stock, pledged the stock. This is one of the richest guys in the country, too, by the way.
Collateral, right? Is that what they're dealing with?
Yeah, he collateralized it.
Yep.
Now, what happened is that as he collateralized it, the stock kept going down. If we have a chart here, the stock has gone from $30 last week. It was down to $11. Now,
it's tough when the stock goes down 70%.
When it goes down like that, that's one thing. Okay, so I've seen plenty of CEOs lose their money before and
that
do
happens,
that. Okay, the deal inside here, where it's criminal, I'd say it's criminal, but it's not criminal, is that
You're saying it should be criminal.
It should be criminal.
To put it,
okay,
because it's not criminal. They go over. It happens in a lot of companies.
Right.
Just to put.
So what they're doing, what they have done, is that the board has authorized stock buybacks.
Yeah, I was glancing at the article. We pulled it up during the break, and it is cool, and I'm going to finish reading it. But yeah, the board is giving him too much leeway, they keep saying. They set deadlines. He kind of doesn't get it done. They give him a little more room.
It's got bigger.
Right,
yeah.
And then the real dramatic part, though, is that, he's orchestrating buybacks that the board's approving that is then driving the share price up, that's allowing him not to have to liquidate his collateralized position.
Right.
I mean, that's quite a game.
And they're claiming one has nothing to do with the other.
Yeah, and the board says that the buybacks have nothing to do with his collateralized shares, and then you have the proxy advisory firm, I think, saying otherwise, right?
Yeah, and so it's a great article to understand, what can get done inside public companies.
Yeah, people can search it. Board struggles to CEO borrowing for the Wall Street Journal. If you just Google the headline.
Yeah. And I remember when this was in its heyday, because we have a lot of truckers that listen to us, because of course
being in the air,
And I remember getting a lot of calls on this. It's a long time ago, but I just remember in general, this is a monster trucking company. This guy, 50 years ago, he started with one truck, and now it's billions.
Pretty cool. That's stuff you got to understand, and you can't understand it all. It's tough. It is. It's quite a game when you read stuff like that, and
it is.
You don't realize that. Hold on, the CEO has collateralized all his shares, and now he's having the board allow buybacks just so that he can spike the price up, so that he doesn't. I mean, you don't think that stuff happens. I agree.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And folks, you stay right there, because we had our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next, growling and prowling with you, and then of course swim lessons. Steve Rhodes. Dave White, I'll be back this afternoon.
And then we got a weekend. It's Gasparilla in Tampa, man.
It's Gasparilla. Yeah, right where you are. Right where you live.
Pirate Parade. Right on the bay. You got it, man.
Is that on Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. Like Saturday. 2 o'clock, I think. They have all the ships that roll in. They do the big pirate invasion. That's pretty cool as well. If anyone's in Tampa Bay, I'm sure they'll maybe be around town if possible. But it's also quite a scene in terms of the partying. So be safe. I mean, I've seen some accidents right on Gasparilla Day.
Oh, I remember you texted me last year at your house.
There was that, and then I saw a few years ago, I saw a guy run a red light and just get T-boned right in the middle of so be careful out there, for sure.
Be careful, big time.
Big time.
Pretty amazing. And of course, folks, check out the Gold Report over the weekend. You can test drive it 30 days absolutely free. Come to the workshop Tuesday night, 6 to 7. And market, you can expect this market, it's a highly tradable market out here.
It is. We haven't moved much in the last hour, but there's a lot left in the day. It's Friday. It'll be interesting.
And gold is catching a bid on a Friday, which is just absolutely amazing, with King Dollar up 1,200 ticks. It's almost unheard of. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. And, of course, stay right there, man. Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.